my website. Before anything, consider becoming a member of the channel. It really helps if you like the work that I do and you want to support it. That's possibly one of the ways you can do it. I've just released two PDFs only, not hard copy as yet. On one on Uchishta Ganpati and one on Kamakhya, who's none other than Kali and Sodashi. So kindly consider buying those PDFs. Not really expensive. It's just $11 each. And with great happiness, I announce that soon I will be. I'm already working on the book, and I'll be releasing the book on Goddess Kali, a new offering on Goddess Kali. So it's exactly 6, I think. I don't know what time it is. 6:08 exactly. Wow, this is the time when Venus Hora begins. And I was just waiting to see if the Hora would work. And this is the time of the Venus Hora. So let us begin. Please like, share, comment, and let me know what you think about my work. I'd greatly appreciate it. And thank you for booking all the readings. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let us begin. Okay. First and foremost, I'm going to discuss Mata Kali with you and some discussions, some concepts. I've already explained Ma Kali in great detail on many, many videos. But let's touch base with the basic concepts of Ma Kali and kindly consider pre-booking right now because that's not yet ready. So consider pre-booking my Kali book. And I can tell you it's going to be pretty interesting, a completely different perspective from all the other books that you see around, and a lot of personal experiences, my experiences with the goddess, and a lot of things like that. So consider booking that PDF. It's $13. PayPal email is tina@tinahills.com. And thanking all those people who are buying my two other PDFs. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And if you have not checked out my PDFs as yet, please drop me an email and drop me an email with a screenshot of $11. Both are $11. So if you want both, then $22. If you want if you want one, then just $11, and send me a screenshot, and I will have it emailed to you right away. Okay, and now let us begin the discussion on the goddess Kali. Before anything, I am going to give you a very powerful mantra today. Actually, I'm going to do that today. But before that, let us do her Viniyoga. Okay, take a deep breath, relax, think of the dark night sky. Think of the beauty, the darkness of interstellar space. And now we begin with the Viniyoga. I teach all of this in my Kali workshop. So if you're interested to learn more about Devi Kali, then drop me an email. The workshops are done in 3 levels: beginners, intermediate, and advanced. So you can just drop me if you're new to Kali and her concepts, and you can start with beginners or whatever. We can discuss this in great detail before we progress. All right, let us start the Viniyoga. Om Asya Shri Kali Hridaye Vidya Bhairavarshi Virat Chandaha Siddha Kali Brahma Rupa Bhuvaneshwari Devata Krim Bijam Ring Shakting Shrikali Kripa Prityarte Jape Viniyogaha. And And I've told you about a very, very powerful, which is the queen of mantras actually, which is kring 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 hung hung ring ring dakshina kalike, kring 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 hung hung ring ring swaha. All right. Now, Kali, this is Mahakali with 10 hands, but Kali is worshipped as Dakshina Kali mostly, which is the last mantra I gave you is Dakshina Kali mantra. Now, the four hands signify that she has power over all the four directions. She is, Bhuvaneshwari is the fourth Mahavidya. I told you that the Mahavidyas are not separate entities, like they're not separate goddesses. They are expressions of that one Godhead, one mother matrix. Okay, so there's no difference between Kali and Tara. There is no difference between Bagala and Tripura Sundari. They are not different goddesses. Please understand that. They are expressions of that one and only mother. And we can know her through these 10 different points, 10 different archetypes. So she is the energy of a super massive black hole. Okay. Now, yes, black holes are the ultimate destructors, but they are also, hello, Anka, hello. But they are also the ultimate Shakti for creation. Black holes organize galaxies. Remember that. Time stops in black holes, and Kali is beyond time. Beyond time. All right? Beyond time. We associate her to Saturn and we associate her to time. But honestly, Kali is beyond the what we understand as time, time being the fourth dimension. All right. So Kali is the empress of all the expressions of the goddess. She's the primary, the prime, the one, the mother, the ultimate mother. Okay. She is Mahamaya. Mahamaya as in the creator of all things. She doesn't just create it and leave it alone. She creates it, then populates the universe and starts creating her Leela. Leela being her play. All right. So when we think of Maya, we think of illusion. But this illusion is not something to hate or not something to, avoid like the monist Advaityans. A tantric embraces Maya because Maya is why we are here. The divine consciousness is broken up into infinitude, so it may experience itself. We are the reason that Maya exists because the mother wants to play, so she creates us like a coder in a simulation. Okay? So we cannot reach Shiva without Shakti. Shiva is Mahapreta. He does not interact with the world. It is only through the dynamism, the kinetic Shakti of the goddess that we experience life, we experience consciousness. She is Kundalini, she resides in the Mooladhara chakra, and due to tapas and mantra sadhana and tantric sadhana and yantra sadhana, we access that Kundalini. The Kundalini rises up all the way to the Sahasrara chakra, and there she meets with Shiva. And thereby she is called Mahayogeshwari because she meets the Lord of Supreme Yoga. He is the Supreme Yogi, Mahayogi. And his Kundalini is she. She's the Empress of all Vidyas. As I told you, she's the prime. She's number one. In Shiva Sutras, it is said that she is Jnanam Bandhaha, which means that the brain differentiates between atoms and the soul is bonded. Okay, when the brain realizes, the main brain. We tend to think that the universe is not conscious. The universe is one ginormous brain, actually a ginormous heart, but a brain nevertheless. She gives us complete liberation. Why Jnanam Bandhaha? Because she stops knowledge. Why? It's because the soul is bonded and the soul is gathering experience, and then the soul must start to look inwards and then liberate the Kundalini and achieve supreme consciousness. So she herself is supreme Vidya and she herself is supreme Avidya. There is no distinction. Her name is also Bhranti. That means delusion. She puts us through this suffering so we may better understand ourselves. There is no duality in Tantra, okay? She is everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. So she gives all kinds of happiness. She is known as, hello, good morning. She is known as Sarasvashadhara Prada. Okay, that means she gives us Sarvasharastava Prada. That means she gives all kinds of knowledge. Okay, and I told you that Kring Kring King mantra, right? That's very powerful. But there's another 32 letter mantra which I teach in my workshops. That's Kring 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 Hung Hung Ring Ring Dakshina Kalike Kring 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 Hung Hung Ring Ring Swaha. This is the queen of mantras, and I said this at the beginning of the live. So if you're just joining, this is the ultimate Vidya. Okay, this Vidya is known as Shri Aniruddha Saraswati Vidya. Shri Aniruddha Saraswati Vidya. And this is highly revered and praised by various tantras, Bhairav Tantra, Sri Rudra Yamalam, Sri Veera Tantra, Mantra Mahodadi. Okay, and is that relevant to the discussion? I think not. All right. So now what we have is she is inside of us. She resides in our Mooladhara as the Kundalini Shakti. Okay. And if you want to know more about the 32 letter mantra, the Sri Aniruddha Saraswati Vidya, then drop me an email and we can work with this Vidya. It's honestly one of the most powerful Vidyas that I can tell you about. It's really, really amazing. When we talk about mantra, we talk about a male deity. When we talk about Vidya, we talk about a female deity. So keep that in mind, okay? Now, let us talk a bit about Kali and Kala. Kala being time. She's the mother of time. She is the past, present, future. And by practicing Sri Aniruddha Saraswati Vidya, you can become Trikaldarshi. Why is she dark? Because she's a symbol of Nirguna, formless, space. Okay, she's Parabrahm. Human eyes, these eyes made of flesh and blood, they cannot see her, they cannot perceive her brilliance, right? So always keep that in mind, that it is not possible to understand the glory of the goddess Kali. Why is she unclothed? Because her true essence can never be veiled. She's the cosmic womb, the cosmic night, the dark, dark night, the yoni, the Mahayoni of Kamakhya, the Yoni Pit. So if you're afraid of her because, she's got this bizarre iconography, then I assure you she's not, Kali is not someone you need to be afraid of, because Kali is you. Kali is the wind that flows all around you. Kali is the sun that comes up every day to sustain you, nourish you. Kali is the power in the tornado. Kali is the tsunami. So the thing about Tantra is it takes you beyond duality. There is no good, there is no bad, there is only energy. So when people think that Tantra is black magic, they could not be more ignorant. Tantra is a kind of mystical, spiritual science. And it is not only a science, it is an art form. Not only is it an art form, it is a spiritual art form. And it makes you an artist of consciousness. Right? You may have seen I use that term in my bio, artist of consciousness. That's what it helps you shape consciousness. What do you want to create with consciousness? A true tantric is an artist of consciousness and a spiritual doctor, spiritual surgeon, actually. If you want to know more about the tantric concepts, then please book my PDFs on Uchishta Ganpati and the Kamakya. And coming up, a huge thesis on the first Mahavidya, Kali. So do not sensationalize her iconography. Do not be afraid of her. Do not avoid her. Just immerse yourself in this dark, dark void that she is, the shunyata of the Buddhists. The Mahayana Buddhists contemplate her as shunyata. So her depth cannot be understood. Even seasoned tantrics don't know her depth. So it's not really possible for normal people to understand the power of Kali. And she is Smashan Vasini. She lives in the Smashan to remind her that life and death are two sides of the same coin. The Smashan is a place of getting real. When we tell someone, be real or get real, there is no better place than the Smashan to get real. So this is hello Jimbo. I think I know you. I'm not really sure it's you, but hello. So as I was saying, that she is Smashan Vasani. So she roams the Smashan, the charnel grounds, the cremation grounds to teach us that life and death are but parts of the same coin, two sides of the same coin. Death is just a change in perception, a change in conscious. Hi. Oh, wow, it's you. Hello. Welcome. Okay, if she appears dangerous to you, it is because she will destroy your ego. So when the tantric applies bhasma all over his body, it is to signify to Shiva, to Mahabhairav, that he or she has burned the flesh body, the flesh body, the mind, the expectations, the desires in the dhuni, and has completely given up his ego and surrendered to Mahadev. That is the reason why tantrics apply bhasma, to remind Lord Shiva that they have purified, they have burned their ego through yoga, and they have surrendered to the great cosmic power, the great Mahayogi Shiva. So Kali can never be known without Shiva. Shiva can never be known without Kali. Thank you, Anka. So nice of you. Thank you. Guys, please consider pre-booking my book on Kali. $13, please. Drop me an email, tina@tinahills.com. And thank you. So she will lead you not only through the samsara, she will ultimately give you jnana. Thank you. She'll give you ultimate jnana, moksha, right? And yeah, of course, but this is not about Krishna Mahamantra. This is about Kali. And in the Vishnu avatars, Krishna is actually Kali. So always remember that. that Krishna is Kali and Kali is Krishna. Kali's beach is clean, clean. Krishna's beach is clean, clean. Kali God worship is Gujja, it's hidden. So what you see in front is not the real prayers. Different kinds of people pray in Kali God actually. They do Vamachar rituals, they do Dakshinachara, as well as Misra, which is an amalgamation of both systems. So Kali Ghat is actually a very, very powerful Shakti Peeth, very powerful. And as you know, that it was my great great grandmother, Ushangini Devi, who was the main Shivite of the temple. Yes, yes, of course, of course. So Shangini Devi would wake up at Brahma Muhurta, which is like I think three or something. She would complete her japa, her Viniyogas, and all her stuff, and then yes, and then she would head all the way. She would live in Kali Ghat, right near the temple, and she would walk all the way to the temple. And before entering the temple, she would immerse herself in the Ganges, and then she would open the temple, and then all the rituals would begin. All right. No, these rituals, I do teach people how to do very, very good Chakali rituals. But see, because the little finger has fallen in Kali Ghat, their rituals are in a way different to Kamakya. Kamakya is different to say any other Shakti Peeth like say Bhuvaneshwari or any other Shakti Peeth. So those rituals are peculiar, and then they have all kinds of palas, they offer a lot of stuff. But what I can teach you is how those rituals have been adapted for contemporary normal people. Like I'm not I live in a in a family situation. I am not just roaming around the charnel grounds and going here to there. I'm very much bound where I stay, and I'm a grihasti. So what I teach is perfect for grihastis. What you can do, what you how you can adapt all of that knowledge, because everything is open to interpretation. As my great great grandmother used to say, that tantra is the only way to survive Kali Yuga. There's no other way to survive Kali Yuga. But tantra must be interpreted. Why? Because it is not a dead system. Firstly, tantra is not a dead system. It's alive and it's open to interpretation. And tantra is actually participatory. So if you are a tantric, you are going to participate in the knowledge. You're not just going to take it from your guru and be like, oh yeah, great, wow, okay, this is it. No. I mean, at least that's what I think. And my gurus agree with that. They love when I participate. So this is it. It's a living system, living, breathing being, the system of Tantra. How you want to embrace her, how you want to love her, how you want to work with her. See, for instance, take a guy, right? If I fall in love with that guy, I'm going to treat that guy differently than, say, another woman. It's the same thing. If you fall in love with the dark one, if you fall in love with tantra, mantra, yantra, then you will display the kind of love you have inherent in you. It's your love. But I can teach you things. I can guide you. But you have to participate. It's not like I give you books and you can read it, or I come here do videos, you can get the knowledge. Most people will not give you this knowledge. But I have been given carte blanche to give what knowledge I feel is relevant. So I feel that we need to participate with this system. Take a mantra. How do you participate, you ask me? Take a mantra, practice it. Do you feel right? What happens that day? Make little notes, right? People think that rituals are stupid, but rituals are not stupid. Rituals are extremely important to align you for dhyana. Rituals, Viniyogas, nyasas, mantras, all of this, it is to align you because dhyana does not come easily to everyone. Mantra charana doesn't come easily to everyone. So when I am doing this, for instance, I take so long to decorate my goddess, and I'm chanting my Mula mantra non-stop. And not only that, actually, Bengali Shaktas have a different system. Okay, we are given one Bij mantra by our Guru. And then when we get that mantra becomes our sound. And we are to chant that mantra all the time. Okay, all the time, right? My great grandmother was I did not meet her, sadly, and my grandmother told me all the stories. My great grandmother was the family that were brought in by the kings to be the first Shivaite family of Kalighat. So they knew the intricate inner workings of how the mandir, the tons of stuff she would do, organization of the mandir, the kriyas, but she had the key, right? She had the key to the where the little finger is kept. I know that my grandmother told me that, and it was her responsibility every morning after bathing in the Ganga. Then yes, all the transcendental meditation, all of that is all from Tantra, guys. Please. I mean, these guys like Vishal Lakhani and all, Mind Valley, Mindful Awareness and all. I mean, Tantrics have been doing this for eternity. There's nothing new in this. No concept. None of the concepts that you can show me, I will find you the correlation with Tantra. There is no system. I mean, Vedachar is great, but in Kali Yuga, Vedachar gives you no results. You can keep worshipping, you can keep doing homams, but if you don't do tantric puja, you are not getting out of this Kali Yuga. All right. Yes, imagine Mind Valley people are charging like what kind of crazy amount to do transcendental meditation. So, what was I completely got side lodged. Yeah, my great grandmother. My great grandmother was a Kali Tantric, and she would initiate them. She would initiate people in her own way in the Kali Tantra. But her granddaughter, who was my grandmother, was from this family, and she was born as a Kali Bhakt Tantric. And yes, of course, she was born as Kali Bhakt Tantric, but my grandmother was a Kriya Yogi, a direct disciple of Bhupendranath Chandan Mahashoy, who's a direct disciple of Lahiri Mahashoy, who's a direct disciple of Babaji. My first, experience of Diksha was in Kalighat at a very, very young age. And it was my grandmother who gave me my first mantra. So it was crazy, and she told me that this is your sound, this is your frequency. Now you go and you do what you want with it. So, and I come from a family of very liberal tantrics. We're not, sticking to everything by dead letter, like this is how it is, this is how it's gonna be, this is what you've got to do, this you can't do, this you can do. I was never stopped from going into the puja place there when I was menstruating. Never. As Rajanikanta said, Shakuli tomari ichha ichha moi tara tumi, tomar karmo tumi karo ma, loke bale kori ami. What does that mean? That means you are, omnipresent. You are the absolute. You are everything. You are the reason for my actions. Whatever I do is because of you. Yeah, Kali is guiding you even if you don't believe. I mean, that is the funny part. Kali is forever guiding you. Why? because she set up the simulation, for heck's sake. Imagine you create something and then you go into that simulation to become you. How can she not protect you? You are her. These concepts, if they are understood, then you will always feel protected, right? You will always feel protected. How he says again, Ami jantro tumi jantri, ami ghar tumi gharoni, ami ratho tumi rothi, যেমন চালাও তেমনি চলি. That means, whatever is written, it's written by you. Whatever is written in the book of life for me, it's written by you. You are, I'm the chariot. You are the rider. I don't understand why people think that everything that I do is my action. So, this is very, very important to understand that everything is Kali. You, me, the tornado, the butterfly flapping its wings, the tsunami, death, destruction, newborns, you know, crying, everything, everything. There is no duality. So she gives meaning to the dance of duality because, we have to fall into duality to experience what life is. Otherwise, if there was, think about it, a life without any problems, a life without any complications, where would we be? What would we do? There would be, there's a saying that tough times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. So if we have only pleasure, only, good things, what are we going to learn? We have to cry. For it is when our heart breaks, through that crack, light stems in. Light filters through that crack in our heart. There is no better medicine than what the wound gives us. The wound is the medicine. So once you understand that, there is literally no need for strict rituals, no muhurtas, no going to consult an astrologer that, oh, can I do Kali mantra? Nothing like that. You can do it anytime. You can do it even if you're lying in bed. And not only that, if you're a woman, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to do Viniyogas, you don't need to do Nyasas. You only need to receive this. Yes, it will be. Hopefully, I don't know. I mean, you can never tell with YouTube, but yeah. So the thing with, if you're a woman tantric, if you're a Shakti, if you're a Bhairavi, you have been initiated by a Shakta Guru. You don't need to do anything. You don't need any puja. You don't need any nyasa. You don't need any Viniyoga. Just do the mantra your guru gave you. And that mantra will be your Brahmastra. Astra, weapon. Brahma is, the one who creates. Brahmastra, the weapon of creation, ultimate creation. So there is nothing strict about the mother. She is Vidya Ragini. All knowledge comes from her. All knowledge. Just by chanting that mantra, kling 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 swaha, kling 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 swaha, kling 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 swaha, you will get Ashta Siddhis, which is known as Animadhi Siddhi. Black is a signifier of Tamoguna. Tamoguna. Okay, so surrender everything at her feet, like literally. Goddess worship can truly heal us as a society, because this is a world that clearly has no value for, women, females. Look at the female cow. Look at industrial farming. Look at how she's kept. Fed steroids, forced to get pregnant. She doesn't even get to move. She spends her time in that crate till she's one day possibly, killed because someone wants to eat her meat. Think of women. They are seriously experiencing this, you know, I won't say problematic times because that's too simplistic. We need to bring back goddess worship to honor our mothers, to honor our wives, to honor our sisters. If you're a man and if you're listening to this, and then you obviously, you worship Kali, you are interested in Kali, you are a Shakta, you're not going to harm women, you're not going to do bad things. But spread this message to more people so they embrace the dark beloved. All right. Wow, how cute. Uchishta Ganpati visits. Uchishta Ganpati is doing havoc with my subscribers. There are so many people. There's a beautiful girl who's also booked a Uchishta Ganpati workshop. I think I'm meeting her on the 20th. If you are there and if you're watching, I am. Thank you guys. I'm right here for you, and 20th we shall meet. So tons of people are getting Uchishta Ganpati activation, and this is so amazing. You guys need to acknowledge that. You guys need to maybe write about him, whatever makes you happy. Write about him. You need to tell people about Uchishta Ganpati. It is it's my mission to make Uchishta Ganpati popular, to get everybody to worship Uchishta Ganpati. And most people don't know about him, right? And especially people who had trauma, any kind of sexual trauma, people who work in the sex industry, like, it's perfect for you. Yes, drop me an email. I can definitely teach you the mantra and the Padwati to do that. Now, Bhadrakali. Bhadra is decent. Bhadrakali gives dharma, truth. Bhadrakali helps you eliminate all the enemies inside and outside. In fact, today I chanted on some Gorachan. And wow, and this Gorachan is a very powerful substance. And if it is activated by a tantric, if you do tilak with Gorachan, then it's really powerful, really powerful. So I look like hell right now, and I'm not really dressed to come in front of the camera, but it's amazing. Today I have a tilak of Gorachan activated by Mahakali herself. Okay. काली काली महाकाली कालिके परमेश्वरी सर्वानंद करे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. So all kinds of auspiciousness comes into your lives. Chronic diseases can be eradicated by just listening to her kavacham, by keeping her yantra in the house, I make special Kali talismans. Also very powerful thing that I do, one tantric padvati, is I energize black sesame seeds. And I give you those black sesame seeds, and then you have to light a diya every Saturday. You have to twirl the sesame seeds around, some of them, depending on your problem, I'll tell you the amount. And you just twirl them around the fire, you say the mantra, and then you just keep it in front of the sesame oil diya, and you let it burn. And this is very powerful for all kinds of, if you've been a victim, if you need to eradicate any kind of chronic disease, if you are getting a divorce, if it just really helps you, balances everything. And kring 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 swaha will also bring you untold wealth. Untold wealth. Okay, so you can do that. It's It's better to do kring than those kinds of mantras. Those mantras are stotras that need to be recited to understand the archetype. But if you want Kali energy and you want it quick, then just chant kring, 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 swaha. Kring, 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 swaha. And I told you that the queen of mantras, kring, 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 hung, hung, ring, ring, dakshina kali ke, kring, 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 hung, hung, ring, ring, swaha. All right. Never ever beat or hurt or abuse women. Okay, if you're chanting that mantra, it is gonna backfire. And believe me, if in fact, if you are a woman Bhairavi, a man will never raise his hands on you. No man will have the gall to raise their hands on you. That is the kind of power. You will be most compassionate, but when it comes to, anybody effing around with you, that's it. So that queen of mantras that I gave you, get under a banyan tree or a bilva tree. Banyan tree, I don't know if you have it in your country, but you can just research this and just chant this, and you will see how powerful you become. Okay, also another mantra you can use is Kling Kalike Swaha, Kling Kalike Swaha. When you book my, book my workshops, and you'll understand a lot more. And if you buy my book, my upcoming book on Kali, which will be released in the next few weeks, to prepare yourself. You cannot do tantric sadhana without Ganpati. You have to appease Ganpati. So you might as well start doing Uchishta Ganpati sadhana and then move on to Shakti sadhana. So you need to do Ganpati Kriyas and Prayogas and sadhana and Viniyogas and all of that. Just remember, Kali is Parapram, as says Mahanirvan Tantra. You can just drop me an email, tina@tinaheals.com. It's for $11. And once you've sent, I just saw some PayPal has come through, some people. I will be, after I finish this live, I'll just make some tea and get back to you. So if you just send me the money, you are gonna get the PDF in a few hours. Okay. So Mahanirvan Tantra says that she's Parabrahm. She's both existence. She is infinite consciousness and manifestation. She's also what happens when everything is destructed, what remains when everything is destructed. Okay. She's dynamic. That's why she dances on Shiva's body. He's dynamic energy. The masculine is Mahapreta, Shiva. He's white and pale. He's a ghost. And he's a corpse, actually. And he has no energy. She is his energy. She is dynamism personified. Okay, she is Satchitananda. And anyway, I chanted the Adya Stotra many years ago on my channel. You can listen to that. Senu Bhatsha Pravokami Adya Stotrang Mahaphalang Japatet Chatatang Bhakta Sha Esha Vishnu Ballava Mrityu Vadi Bhayang Tasha Nasti Kinchita Kalau Juge Aputra Labhate Putrang Tripakhang Srabanang Jadi Domasho Bandhana Mukti Vipraproktat Shrutang Jadi Mrito Bhatsha Jibo Bhatsha Shanmashang Srabanang Jadi Naukayang Shankati Jithe Patana Jama Punyat Likhitang Sthapate Gehe Nagni Choro Bhayankochi Rajasthane Join Nityang Prasanna Sarvadevata Om Ring Brahmani Brahmaloke Cha Boikunthe Sarvamangola Indrani Amaravatambika Varunalaya Jomalaya Kalarupa Kubero Bhuvaneshubha Mahanandagnikone Cha Baya Bang Mrikapahini Noiritang Raktadanta Cha Ishana Chirodharini Patale Vaishnavirupa Strinkhale Deva Mohini Shurashacha Mani Deepe Lankayang Bhadrakalika Rameshwari Shetu Bandhe Bimala Purushottame Birajao Gradeshe Cha Kamakha Nilo Parvate Kalika Bangodeshe Cha Ajodhyayang Maheshwari Parano Sham Annapurna Gaya Khetre Gaishwari Kurukhetre Bhadrakali Braje Kattayani Para Darukayang Mahamaya Mutrayang Maheshwari Khudatang Sarvabhutanang Belatang Sagarascho Navami Shukla Pakhosho Krishna Shoikadashi Para Dukhosho Duhita Devi Dukho Joggo Binashini Ramosho Janakitang Hi Ravana Dhangshukarini Chanda Mundo Badhe Devi Rakta Bija Binashini Nishumbho Shumbho Matani Madhukoita Bhaghatini Vishnu Bhakti Prada Durga Shukhata Mukhata Sada Adhastatrang Bhumimang Punnang Jat Padita Chatatang Naro. So this is a part of the stotram. It's huge, but I did it and it's already there, and you can listen to it. Now, what else are we going to talk about? I think I'm going to give you the final mantra because I have another class and I have to get a tea for myself, and I've got tons and tons of stuff to do. But I'm going to end with telling you one more time the Viniyoga, because you guys have just joined. So the Viniyoga is, it tells you the rishi that channel the mantra. So when I'm telling you the rishi's name, you have to hold the top of your forehead. When I'm telling you what chanda or what meter it is, you touch your mouth. When I tell you about the devata, you touch your heart. All right. And then when I say bijam, you touch your right shoulder. When I say shaktim, you touch your left shoulder. When I say kilakam, you touch your navel. All right. So this is very, very important Viniyoga. And this most esoteric mantra that I'll give you is Om Ring Kring Me Swaha. This is an ultimate Vashikaran mantra. Om Ring Kring Me Swaha. Om Ring Kring Me Swaha. ओमस्य श्रीकाली हृदये विद्या भैरवऋषि विराट चन्दः सिद्धकाली ब्रह्मरूप भुवनेश्वरी देवता क्रीं बीजं ह्रीं शक्तिं श्रीकाली श्रीकाली कृपा प्रीतयार्थे जपैर्विनियोगः. So you got it? This is how Viniyogas are done, which I teach in detail in my workshop. So you can join the workshop and you will understand better as how, the Viniyogas are done, how, stuff is done, and which parts of the body to touch, and all of that becomes lucid. That's the whole point of the workshop, is to make things lucid. Then we say Om Ram Hridaye Namaha, and we touch the heart. Om Reem Shirase Swaha, we touch the head. Then say Om Room Shikaya Iva Shat, we touch the ponytail, right, the tuft of the hair. Then we say Om Raim Kavachaya Hum. We take the two palms and we run it through shoulder to the tip of the fingers. Then we say Om Ram Netraya Vashat. We take three fingers, the index, the middle, and the ring finger, and touch it to the three eyes, the two eyes, and the third eye, Ajna Chakra. Then we revolve the right hand in all direction above the head and clap 3 times and saying Om Ra Astraya Fat. So once this Om Ring Kring Me Swaha is chanted, Viniyoga is done, and this Nyasa is performed, which I told you, then you become very, very powerful. The text say you become Shiva yourself. So there is, just tons of information that seeps through your gross body, your mental body, your causal body. Thank you so much. Please, let's get learning, because Mars is going to go retrograde this year. Can be quite challenging from August onwards. So prepare yourselves today, and I think we're almost ending the Hora of Venus. I don't know, it's 6:56, no? So please buy the PDFs, become a member of the channel, and do consider becoming a member, of course, and booking your astrological reading and your workshops. Thank you so much, and speak soon. Much love to you guys. Bye. What?